This is it, the device that started it all. The Amazon Echo was the first true smart speaker to come out onto the market and become widely adopted and very successful. Now, we've had one for over the past 6 months now, and in this video, we're going to dive in and see how it's held up over the past 6 months, what features make the Amazon Echo stand out, and what features we've used the most over the past 6 months. Let's dive in. First, let's look at the design. The Amazon Echo that I bought is a second generation refurbished Echo. The second generation Echo comes with improved sound over the first generation, as well as a new 7-count far-field microphone array at the top. These microphones and Amazon's beamforming technology allow the Echo to clearly hear you no matter where you are in a room or how loud the environment is. One really cool thing about this design is that when you say the wake word, the Echo will light up with the brightest part of the ring near the microphone that heard your voice the best. In my experience, the Echo has been able to hear me with just a faint whisper or over very loud music. Its performance has been comparable, if not better, to a Google Home speaker. Now, speaking of Google, many of you out there who are familiar with our channel may be asking yourselves right now, like, hey, wait a minute, aren't you that Google guy? Yes, I've done many videos on the Google Assistant and Google Home devices, and I have chosen Google Assistant devices as the predominant devices in my residence. However, that doesn't mean I don't enjoy my Echo or Alexa. But for this video, I will be focusing on the Echo and Alexa, but I will bring in Google into the conversation when it's relevant. So let's get back to the Echo and its external design. One of the things I want to talk about is the Echo's trademarked blue ring. When I was first deciding which smart speaker to get a few years back, the blue ring on the Echo just looked a little too space age for me compared to the Google Home. That's at least what I thought at the time. After living with the Echo for over 6 months now, I have to say I quite like it. It does look a bit space age and futuristic, sure, but Amazon's execution and design here really stand out. I really like the way the ring lights up from the back to the front of the device, and how Amazon uses different colored rings to symbolize different things. My favorite color is yellow, which I'm now conditioned to be excited anytime I see my Echo glow yellow, since I know that's my cue that something from Amazon has just been delivered. One thing I really like about the Echo is its audio quality, especially with music playback. I found that its audio quality is a little bit crisper than my Google Home, and its bass is more finely tuned. Amazon also has a leg up over Google currently, as the Echo is now able to play both Apple Music and Spotify, although it doesn't link to YouTube Music or Google Play like the Google Home does. Amazon has also gotten better in its design of Echo devices to match the aesthetic of different rooms. The mesh fabric they use feels a little bit more premium than the first generation Echo and just looks better. You can also get different colored Echoes, which I like, though I just opted for the black one since it matched the colors of the room that I was planning to put it in. While the design of the smart speaker is good, it's not the thing that makes people fall in love with their Echo devices. And that's really in part because of Alexa, the smart assistant on the Amazon Echo. Now, as I said before, I use the Google Assistant predominantly throughout my home in all of my smart devices, but over the past 6 months, I have challenged myself to use the Google Assistant and Alexa 50-50. And this has given me some really important observations. One, both of these assistants do very similar things. However, there are quite a few and important advantages that Alexa has over its competition. Here are a few observations right off the bat. The Echo is faster at controlling my smart lights than Google. This is likely due to Amazon's choice to keep some of the computing on the Echo device itself, while Google's devices are mostly cloud reliant. Related to lights, Alexa has a cool feature called Brief Mode. With Brief Mode, in response to your query, Alexa will just give you a couple of musical notes instead of its normal response to your query. This is useful for situations where I'll turn on the lights and don't need an assistant to say, okay, turning on your lights every single time. Here's what that looks like. Turn on the lights. Shopping with Alexa is something I've found myself doing a lot more than I thought I would. Now, you can't actually see what you're shopping for with the Echo like you can with an Echo Show because it has a display. With the Echo, there is no display. But what Amazon and Alexa do is when you try to buy something with an Echo, it will use your Amazon purchase history to make recommendations for you. And this is just a very smart feature. If you're someone like me who buys a lot on Amazon and a lot of everyday items like batteries or toilet paper, let's just say, for example, you're buying toilet paper. I can just shout at my Echo to buy more toilet paper, and then Alexa is going to say, based on your Amazon order history, here's what we recommend, and it'll recommend the toilet paper I have bought previously and then give me the price and I can buy it. It just makes the experience very smooth and just very easy to buy with your voice. You of course will get a notification on your phone when you buy something through Alexa, so you can double check and make sure that it is ordering the right thing, and if it's not, you can quickly cancel it. But most of the time I've found that Alexa's recommendations based on my order history are just spot on. One nice thing I liked over the holidays related to shopping were the delivery notifications that the Echo gives you. During the holiday season, Amazon would not tell me what the delivery was just in case because it didn't want to spoil any holiday gifts arriving to my house. Another Alexa feature I found very useful was the drop-in feature. With drop-in, you can listen in to an Alexa device in your residence, either from another Alexa device or your smartphone. It basically turns all of your Alexa devices in your residence to an intercom system, and it works really well. You can also use the Alexa app on your phone to drop into an Alexa device as well. And the audio quality of the drop-in call was surprisingly decent. One area where I wasn't impressed with the audio quality with the Echo and Alexa was when I asked Alexa to play podcasts, oddly enough. It was typically playing all the podcasts I was asking it to through the TuneIn service, but the audio quality just sounded bad. It was not crystal clear like I'm used to playing either through my Google Home devices or just through my Apple Podcasts app. And the audio quality through the Echo with TuneIn was definitely worse than if I just streamed the podcast from my iPhone over to the Echo over Bluetooth. Alexa also has an announce feature similar to the Google Assistant broadcast feature, where you can play a message across all of your Alexa devices, like dinner's ready, or you're going to be running late, or if you're out of the shower. Another Alexa feature that I've found myself using a lot is the shopping list feature. With Alexa, you can just tell it to add certain items to your shopping list, and it'll do that. But it takes it one step further, where you can have different types of shopping lists. So let's say that you want to have a separate Target run shopping list from your main shopping list. With Alexa, you can do that. And here's an example. Add Method Daily Cleaner to Target Run list.
Method Daily Cleaner added to Target Run.
Another major feature of Alexa that I found myself using quite a bit is the routines feature. With routines, Alexa will perform a series of different actions, and you can set all of these up within the Alexa app. Overall, the experience is very quick and the app design is pretty intuitive. It's more snappy and responsive than Google's app. Now, that doesn't mean that the Alexa experience with routines is superior, however. I have found a few downsides with using Alexa routines. The first one being that I cannot figure out how to make a single routine that will both trigger from a phrase and a time. It seems with Alexa that you can only create a routine that will do one or the other, but it will not trigger for both a phrase and a time. Also, I don't like that you can't add additional phrases that will trigger the routine like you can with the Google Assistant. For your morning routine, a user may want to use a variety of phrases to trigger their wake up, such as good morning, I'm up, let's start the day, etc. Google's framework overall here seems a bit more flexible than Alexa when it comes to routines. Now, back to the Alexa app. Overall, I think the app is great and easy to use. Some specific things I love about it are that Amazon has an alarm section, making it easy to see all of the alarms you've set on your devices. The communication section with calling, drop-in, and messages is pretty well organized. And the media section, where they have TuneIn and audiobooks integrated, is another favorite that just makes it really easy to play media on your Echo. Some areas of the app do need some improvement, especially the area around setting up smart devices. When I set up all of my Philips Hue devices in the Alexa app, it was a real pain. I had to add each light one at a time, and when you have 20 lights to add, this takes some time. Another area of the app that could use some improvement is choosing which news sources you'd like Alexa to play for you in Alexa's Newsflash feature. Newsflash can be especially useful when creating an Alexa routine. The news sources are a bit buried in the settings. Also puzzling was why my Echo was defaulting to play the New York Times obituaries as one of my news sources out of the box. One other bizarre thing with news sources specifically is that you can't just choose new ones. You have to enable each news source one by one as an Alexa skill before adding it to your news flash, which just makes no sense. I mean, why add this extra step? Over the past 6 months, I've really enjoyed using my Amazon Echo. I use it for things like music and media playback, setting timers, controlling my smart home devices, and of course, shopping on Amazon. And as someone who has both a Google Home and an Amazon Echo, I've gotten to experience both of these platforms' advantages and disadvantages. If you are someone like that who's looking and want to compare the Amazon Echo to the Google Home, we have done a video of that. I highly encourage you to watch it. I'll link it here in the video. You can click on the card that pops up and go watch that. I'll also drop a link to that video in the description below. Overall, I think the Amazon Echo is a solid choice for anyone wanting to bring a smart speaker into their home. Amazon's refinements to the second generation Echo over the previous generation have made the device well worth it and have paid off greatly in their design. It just makes the device something that I could recommend to almost anyone looking to bring a smart speaker into their home and, of course, start off a smart home. Thanks for watching our 6 months later review of the Amazon Echo Smart Speaker. Tell us what you thought of the video in the comments below, and if you liked the video, click that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more videos like this one. Well, thanks again for watching. For 6 months later, I'm Josh Tedder.